I feel like I need to add new songs to my list every now and then, so it's not the same one starting over and over and over again. Set the random happiness. Anyways, happy Friday. For those that are watching on Friday. If not, happy whatever day. I was actually going to work on a Rathalos thing, but I don't have any audio ready, so I feel like I'd be digging through for finding something for a while. The audio I want to use, or I have saved right now for use on him, is longer, involved, not a one night type thing. So, so I'll work on this somewhere. Let's see here.
I've had to jump.
We were working on this a lot last time.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
Yeah, I still have to get to the end part of this one, so let's see if we can actually get this done. Well, no, it's not. Well, the scene not. Actually, with her, the cleanup should be pretty easy. Like,
and it really should.
Okay, so there is a jiggle line in her hair. Okay, so that's a little bit of cleanup. Her tail needs to be. Oh, I don't even know if I need to do her tail.
So many hoops tonight.
Oh, cleanup shouldn't actually be that bad with her.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along. On this crown, and it really should. This crown, and it really.
Okay, I don't like actually how one of her eye movements ended up.
Crown.
This last one.
Crown, and it crown.
Unless I shorten its distance.
Crown, and hands on this crown.
Okay, maybe a little less of the motion.
Crown, and this crown, and it, just to get my hands on this crown, and crown. Crown, and it really crown, and it really crown, and it really crown, and it
Here, I'm gonna bring her head down a little bit more here.
and it really
Maybe on her head, man. Let's try bringing her whole body down a little bit.
and it really 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 our crown, and it really should have been and it really should have been mine.
Okay, I'm gonna bring her legs down a little bit. Or not, maybe not down a little bit, but let's see here. Move back a little bit.
And it really 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 should and it really should and it really and it really and it and it
Hello, Fig. And this is how animation works. You gotta get used to hearing the same thing 100,000 times over.
and it really and it really crown, and it really the hands on this crown, and it really and it really and it and it really, and it,
Like here.
real, and it really, and it really, and it really, and it really should have been mine. Oh, and it really should have been mine. It should have been mine, and it really should have been mine.
Okay, should I have her eyes?
And it really should have been mine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna shut her eyes here.
It should have been mine.
Not this slow, but I gotta
Should have been mine.
a little faster on the end.
Should have been mine.
So are there any parts of her you don't have animated at all yet?
This end part's still. She's mostly animated, but the end part needs details.
Just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
So, it's gotta add some extra details at the end. But,
Looking good, man.
no, it's when autosave kicks in while things are playing, it'll stop the preview and the ad will go, ek, 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 and then it will jump to wherever it should have been after that same amount of period. So I have to, anybody hear it, I pause it, and then it will actually work. Otherwise, it breaks and sometimes disconnects the audio from the video for
She
preview.
got a cool face.
And it really should have been mine.
I think this one needs to be a little quicker.
It should have been mine. Mine.
But we'll have it like flash a little bit here.
Fig Overlord. Okay. That took me a second to see it.
Is that better?
It's a little bit blurry, but I can read it now.
Because like I can read that perfectly fine without squinting from there.
Giz let me borrow his glasses for the movie.
Yeah.
I did thank him for that.
Oh yeah, but he showed us it, and that looked like they went through like a belt sander.
Yeah.
Like those were horrible.
They were so
Those are the most scratched glasses I have ever seen. Like you had to try to scratch them that bad. It was.
We did. He probably was done with them. Just got pulled out. Insurance.
Should have
next
been
month,
mine all
on the 1st.
mine
Then
all
I'll go to like Target.
Should have been mine.
Like I said, you don't even need insurance because you could get the cheapest eye exam and a pair of glasses combined for like $70.
But I will have insurance in like.
Are you
days.
vision insurance?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're gonna. How much is it a paycheck?
It wasn't a lot. It was like $7 a month or something. It was like an add-on.
Which is approximately $84 a year. When I said you can get them for $70. That's what I was saying. Like, I hadn't done the one before, but you have to do the eye one for. They're like, do you want us to dilate your eyes so we can see further in and do stuff? And I did a different one that didn't dilate my eyes, but it cost an extra $30. So having the insurance and stuff helps with that. I had it for this year, so I used it right now, and then I canceled it for next year because I'm not gonna get new glasses next year. So.
I know, I am pretty clumsy.
Yeah, but then you just go to Zenny and it's like $20.
It's like, yeah, but then I also half expecting to say, yeah, but if you break my glasses, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you till I get the money for.
No, it's
like, that's fair.
No, it's Zenny. If you haven't heard of Zenny, Zenny is actually pretty neat.
Never bought glasses. Why would I have heard of Zenny?
See, you can get Zenny. It's like $20 for some pair of glasses. You just have to know your prescription. So you can get those ones too. The only difficult part is you can't actually try them on before getting them, and I think and their choice of sunglasses is pretty minimal. Plus, they're probably not going to be super anti-resistant to scratches or whatever. But like,
never worn sunglasses in my life. but don't plan.
That's my old pair. The other one, the pair that's right over there, would normally have been about $350.
And again, maybe that's why my eyes are so bad. I've been like staring at the sun while driving.
Because of snow here, polarized sunglasses.
Yeah.
Polarized great because polarized takes directional light and only pulls it in from one direction. So light that's reflecting off of snow, once it hits the snow or ground or water, becomes polarized. So, and it's in such a way that the reflection off those surfaces doesn't get through. So as you turn your head, you can actually see the different reflection on the surface of the water change, because you're pulling the polarization different. But in snow, it can drastically reduce the amount of light coming in off reflected surfaces. So in winters, oh, it's so nice. I need to get myself another polarized pair.
I think if the sun,
And it really should have
the
been
light
mine.
from the snow gets too
And it
bright, I can
really
just close my eyes.
should have been. And it,
Won't blind me no more.
Yeah, just close your eyes. That's
and
This is my plan.
really,
It's a good plan.
and it really should have.
I haven't heard of lot yet.
He'll be here one day.
And it really, and it really, and it really, and it really,
But we got Fig Lord. Yay, Fig Lord. Yay.
and it really, and it really. And it really should have been mine. And it really.
I felt it was too smooth and it was going right into another pose, so I wanted to change it.
And it really.
Change it so that she had a quicker motion to get her head up, but with her body moving, that means that if I tried to lock it up, it would have had her body move. She would have just kept going up. So I had to offset the animation a little bit, which is annoying, but it worked.
And it really should have been mine. Should have been mine. Should have been mine. Should have been mine. Really should have been mine. He should have been mine. He should. Really should have been mine.
Okay, and now her eyes need to droop a little bit. So need her eyes to go down because her head's going down.
He should have been mine. He should have been mine.
Okay. And then the eyes do up a little bit, so we will do that. Her eyes.
He should have been mine. 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 Mine.
That's what I thought. I need to fix her eyes. They are broken. Oh, I already have that set up. Her eyes look fine, but there's a subtlety about them that needed to be fixed. I just need to get the folder. She is hidden at. Her eyes right now are. Yep, that's what I thought. So they do not. I do not want level or LOD on these. I don't know why people have that enabled. What LOD means is for video gaming, it's about decreasing the quality of a texture the further it is away from you, because you don't need to worry about seeing the super high details on something that's super far away. So to make things more efficient, they will decrease the level of detail of textures as they get further and further away. Like, for instance, there was a complaint with, I wonder if I can find it quick. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Having a very short and very hard cutoff. Oh, this says attention to detail. Fatnastic. That's a fun one. Usually called LED distance. I want to see. Oh, draw distance. Maybe that would be it. But yeah, no, this is different. So that's draw distance, but that's even worse. But anyways, but I remember seeing it. So they had a very hard cutoff, so that like at a certain distance, you could actually see the ring out in front of you. That was the textures lowered in quality as it was when it went outside that ring. SFM's a little better about it. So if I'm zoomed in, you can see some, all the pixels all the way up to the edge. But as you get further away, I usually notice it because, and it's probably not going to pop up on stream, but, oh, actually, you know what? I could probably kind of do it. What we will do to do it is get a screenshot of it here. Now, it'll start having this little halo effect around textures in the eyes, where it starts having where by reducing the texture's quality, it starts having difficulties with the contrast between the edges. So this is a brighter area, like halo around the contrast area, and it's also light white around this. Well, I don't want that, because when you actually zoom in, it's supposed to be night. Well, this actually has a little bit, and that actually is causing even more of a light rim on here. I don't want that. So by comparison, now I have fixed the textures. So we're going to reload it. And so by turning that off, it makes it so that it forces the highest quality of the texture from a distance. For the body, I don't care, do it. But for the if it has a cutie mark, or if it has the eyes or the pupils, it makes a difference. So now, there is no white. So you can see the difference between the two. So for eyes, it's one of the biggest things to focus on, and usually because of wet eye and whatever, it should be crisp. That's not crisp. So I like to disable that. And I think that it always should be. But normally, like for her body texture, or even her outfit, I bet you the outfit has LED on it. Probably not going to care. But because you're not going to be staring at like this exact edge. But for an eye, you will be staring at the actual pupil. So, and actually, even these eyes alone are very, very simple. But the rest of the model is, so it matches. I'll just keep it. So yeah, to turn that off if you ever need to. Super, super easy. When you're in the file, just if you have VTF edit, which you probably have to make that work, just disable bitmap or no bitmap and no level of detail. Check those, save it, and you're done. I don't know if I've ever really noticed a performance hit on stuff. I would think that if everything had that on, maybe, but I don't know. But again, if you're working on SFM, who cares? The little lore. Hello, Alex, and thank you very much. Yes, I agree. More Rainbow Dash.
It should have been mine all along. It should have been mine. It really should have been mine. really should have been mine. Oh, and it really should have been mine. And it really should, really, and it really, and it, and it. And it really, and it, and it, and it really, and it and it really, and it really should have been mine, and it really should have been mine, it really should have been mine, and it really.
A little quicker. Oh, it's just looking a little floppy. Oh, I was like, funny story thing, but on Discord. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't really entering. It was just I was looking for help on stories, but whether I didn't need anybody to write in either. But no, I ended up getting I think 6 or 7 that I found for the reading. So, but I will be if you find any funny stories you think that would work well to be read, I'm always needing more. We do that panel 2 to 3 times a year, so I like to have new content. I don't always need new content because we have like 15 ones that we've done before, and then this one I added another 7. And then there's a couple others that we were retired. But every time we go to do it, I could use more. Always. Usually it's about 2 weeks before the convention that I start thinking about it. And then it's like, and having a mad rush to find new stories.
And it really should have been mine. And it really.
Oh. Is it OCMD? Maryland?
It really should have been mine. It really.
Is that the new? No, that's not the new BronyCon.
And it really should have.
It's got about Sequestria.
No, I
That's
don't
the
know.
other one in Maryland.
And it really should have.
Might be
Yeah,
what
Queen
I'm talking
City,
about.
Maryland. Sequestria.
What'd you say?
Sequestria.
No, what city?
Queen City?
It says Ocean City.
Ocean City. Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant. I can't read.
Really should have been mine.
Yeah,
And it really should have been mine. Oh, crown. 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 Crown.
Well, that should be fun. I've never been to that one. How big is that one?
I can't
I'm
imagine
sure.
it's very big because the way Scope described it, the public transportation there is a nightmare.
Oh yeah, that was the one he was. Oh yeah, because he's the one not too far from there.
Crown. 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 Crown.
I wanted to try to hit up some new ones next year, but I kind of forgot that I'm going to Utah with family for like a week, and that takes away a third of my vacation.
Crown.
So I'm gonna have to just stick with the normal ones, unless I do what I was thinking about doing and Scope. Scope is if you go to conventions a lot, you know him. No, I was thinking about, because I get every other Friday off, just finding all the conventions that land on my off Friday, flying out on a Thursday and just flying back on Sunday. No vacation used. It would just be pricey-ish. But I thought about just putting in a bunch of community guest applications with requirements of free hotel, and anybody that bites, great. If not, oh well. I even thought about trying that. Well, I don't, Everfree would probably be the one that would work with that, but I just I don't know if I want to go back to Everfree.
Hi, Blur.
Nope, we already mentioned that you're not here, so.
Crown. This crown, and it crown, and it.
I had already
really
assumed you just got tired of looking at this guy, and I don't blame you.
You're the one sitting there.
Hmm?
Tired of looking at me?
Well, he is.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, that's why he's late.
Crown.
I got a beautiful face.
Crown.
Well, I help him make up the difference.
Crown. This crown. Crabs on this crown.
Beautiful.
Crown, and it really this crown, and this crown, on this crown,
For a second, I had to think why you didn't have the school already in the background. And I remembered, oh yeah, like thing to death.
Hands on this crown.
Yep. And so I don't actually need it right now, so fuck it. Nice thing with this scene.
Crown. Hands on this crown.
You know, fingers are neat, but I fucking hate fingers already.
I mean, I'm planning on cutting all mine off.
If you do that, I'm calling you Stubbs. But if you do that, cut them off, except one. It's just your middle finger.
Just like, if you're gonna do it, put a towel down. Well, I need the middle finger for directing traffic. So.
Mine all to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been my.
And children
really
see far worse things than fingers getting lopped off. Movies these days.
Actually, YouTube's main thing with their change recently, because they put through some terms of service changes,
and it really
it was the main one was you now have to identify if your channel has content, or either by a channel standpoint or per videos, of whether or not your content is made for children. And I'm like, well, that sounds like another stupid YouTube thing. But it actually wasn't YouTube. It was because of a lawsuit that went through, and now it's a government mandate. So I can't really blame YouTube on it. How they go about handling it, not sure. But the main purpose was tracking of data. Because YouTube tracks data, and if it's videos that children are watching, therefore you could say it is tracking information on children. And government didn't like that, apparently. So, so you have to show it so that by stating that I'm guessing it's changing the algorithm, which I wouldn't want. But it's also so that they don't track as much information.
Well, your channel's not safe for kids anyways. And horses punching each other.
Regarding the Discord, I've been doing a little bit more on Discord with stuff, but otherwise I'm still a hermit. So if I opened it up, I feel like I still wouldn't make as much use out of it as it should be. So
you're a hermit with a roommate. Not sure how that works.
Well, I'm a hermit when I'm at home. I've had other people that are like, no, you're not. You go out and hang out with people. I'm like, oh, yes. But as soon as I go home, leave me the fuck alone. So, we don't need that anymore. Okay, that's really lewd. Okay.
What?
There's better. She's not so lewd.
It makes it lewd.
This is my favorite feature of this. Is that?
Because you can just make whatever you want lewd.
Well,
blurring it out.
Actually, what I like it is for this. When I well, that's what I did for this. I used it for this when we showed that one.
Yeah.
That's how I made it look lewd.
What's this for?
I love how I showed this, and then I'm like, oh wait, nope, I'm sorry, that's the not safe for work. Let me get the safe for work. I did this, and somebody calls out, that makes it worse.
It does. And that's the point.
And that's the original. I just went through and I color graded it so that because I felt like this was hard to see what was going on. So this made it easier.
Was this picture taken from season 8?
I don't remember. For the extreme look, I would think it's in the last couple seasons.
I'm just noticing they started really pushing Lyra and Bonbon a lot more towards the end. Look at them being so cute over there.
I have some weird things in here. Oh my god, I posted that for when I was moving. That was my Facebook picture for moving day.
I mean, hats off to that guy. Honestly, he's got a lot of furniture on there. That's a whole truck's load of furniture. He's just got it on top of his car.
Drippy horns.
She's up the derp horns.
Yeah, essentially that's what it is. I have no problem when I'm out doing things, but as soon as I'm at home, it's like I just kind of do my thing and I don't really pay attention to chats. Because I'm not a 50% mentality type person. I'm either all or nothing. And so I either don't look at chats or I have to read everything. And I just I don't always know how to respond to things. It's like I always try to come up with the best way to respond to something. And if I can't, then I just don't speak. And can't always come up with the best, so that I just end up not talking. But that's fine.
My hands on this crown, and it really should have been my crown, and it really...
If I had it my way 100%, I'd lock myself in my room and never come out.
You do.
I need people to drag me out. And I appreciate it.
Well, we just have preset stuff going on.
Yeah, well, it gets me out of my room.
This was the one nice thing about, like, us scheduling stuff. It makes it easier to do stuff whether people want to or not. And we're so used to, like, this Saturday doing things. That's why people are like, hey, what are we doing?
Well, you're doing something tomorrow. You're just...
Yep.
Kind of...
It's going to be a busy day tomorrow.
Yeah, I need to clean up a little bit.
I already went and...
I know, I saw.
Put up all the chairs, vacuumed. I put up that picture. I put up 2 downstairs. I pulled all my other pictures out. I threw some stuff in your chair upstairs because
I saw.
We had one box with an extension cable and a picture in it. And I'm like, I'm getting rid of this box.
It was an important box.
Well, I got rid of it.
It's gone now.
And what do you want to do with the speaker downstairs?
And it really...
Can I put it in the garage?
Put it where you want.
It's cold. Is it okay being on -20?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna hurt it. It's just a magnet.
But why do you have one speaker in there?
Because the other speakers in my...
Why you're not using both?
I'm not using any of them right now. I have a lot of speaker systems and speakers. I like music. I brought this up before. When I lived in my old house, I always had music playing. I had a loud.
And it really should have been mine. And it really should have.
Like good sound quality.
Really.
Not even using my best system right now. Of course, I used to live in like a house that didn't share walls with anybody, so I could play my music as loud as I want. Can't really do that here so much.
Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I could blow the walls off this place.
Okay, even if there was or we had no neighbors, I would appreciate having the walls. Like, watch this!
My old house had speakers built into the walls. It was awesome.
There was the very first place I looked at had kind of like here where it has the audio cables connecting both sides of the rooms. It had audio on one side and for where the TV was, and on the other side it had speakers built into the ceiling that connected to there, so you could hook up the TV to have the speakers go over.
Nice.
That was actually pretty neat, but yeah, I didn't like it. The only nice thing about that place was it kind of had a living room like this, about the same size, but the kitchen like connected right up to it, but a 3-bedroom. And the master bedroom was a little smaller than this one's, and then the other ones were a little smaller than the guest one in here, but it had 2 of them. And the laundry was on the first or the second floor.
I had a hardest time looking for houses on
It really should have.
No lies.
Really should.
I looked at this one place that said it had 2 fireplaces and a 5-car garage. It did have a 5-car garage, but it was connected to a trailer, like an old single one. So there were no fireplaces.
Should have been mine.
The garage
And it really should have been mine.
It's like, what kind of redneck nightmare was this? Is what I asked myself. Somebody's got to have 5 cars and a boat and a garage, but they couldn't afford decent living space. I didn't need food before I drank that whiskey, right?
All along. All along. All along. All along.
Any girls from the ages between 26 and 35? Well, she's not real.
She's 12.
Maybe there's someone over there who lives in Plymouth.
Yes.
Of the 3 people on there.
What? That is. That's, why did you just say it?
What?
I'm desperate.
I am desperate. I got on the Facebook dating site now. I'm on that. I'm on the Bernie Mate thing. I'm on Match.com. And I did get one message from a girl on the Bernie Mate today, a new girl. She's like 19.
What happened to the other one?
She still messages me every once in a while, but I'm pretty sure she's building up to some kind of gimmick or game. Nobody messages you once every other day and then disappears. If they want to talk to you, they'll talk to you. She doesn't want to talk to me. She wants to drag me along.
She wanted you to buy the subscription.
If she's like an employee of Bernie Mate who just goes around and like gets people to buy subscriptions, and that's low from Bernie Mate's part.
Or it's just that's their business model and they don't care.
It could very well be. I'm pretty sure the 19-year-old girl was real, but I can't. She's 19! I mean, don't get me wrong, she was an attractive young girl. But
She in Minnesota?
yeah.
There you go.
She's 19, man.
She looking for a sugar daddy, yo.
Sugar daddy. I want to move out of my grandparents' house. I'm like, oh.
Was that what she said?
No, but that's like.
I'm getting my GED.
Mine. I wouldn't give a crap.
Oh yeah, you were saying you prefer that.
I mean, if they're not super well educated, they're gonna have lower self-esteem, and that's right in my ballpark. I need girls with low self-esteem, or they won't date me.
Along. Along. Nine all along.
I'll have more sense.
Along. All along. All along. Along.
Yeah, I know there are people who can help with that. They're called hot young women.
Why don't you just do what Kyle and John and Mitch are doing?
Well, Kyle's plan seems to be just hate all women and then love them at the same time.
No, he was going to do they were talking about doing that, like, no obligation dating thing where it's just everybody goes to play a thing and you jump tables. So
I would like to know more about a person before I actually start, like, considering them.
Yeah, but you can't say, I'm desperate, but I'm picky.
I mean, I want something that's going to actually, like, last.
But the whole point of that is that if you like every 15 minutes, and at the end, I think you just say, if you're interested in anybody, you state that you are, and if they state the same thing, then they give you the information.
It seems kind of harsh, though, grilling somebody about their entire life in a 15-minute period.
You don't have to grill. It's just, to me, it's about whether or not you feel an initial connection. If you do, great. But you're not there going, like, here's the list, fill out my form.
I mean, that's...
Who is favorite pony?
There are some things I am looking for, and if a person doesn't fill those things, then I'm not going to be interested, because I know it's not going to work. Like,
yeah, but that's why, if it doesn't work out, if within that amount of time you feel it's not going to work, then you just don't say anything about wanting to get the more info from them.
So John is doing this?
It was John, Kyle, and Mitch were talking about doing it. I forgot what they call it.
Speed dating.
I just love it. It's like I'm putting myself out there, and like lots of different places. And you have people like, how about me? And you're like, no.
There has been a couple, yes. Because I looked at their profile and I just realized it's not going to work. Basically, if I look at your profile and I see you like, oh look, this is the deer I killed yesterday. I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Well, to me, it's like even with this, when I bought this place. I originally was looking for a different type of living room setup a little bit, and I was looking for this and this and this, but I was looking for eventually just a place that fit almost or most of what I was looking for. So it's the same thing. Is you could find somebody that's like, oh, well, I like this. You're like,
It's not an issue. Like most of the things that's going to be the push away are, to be blunt, political and religious. Those are two things that if you don't click on, it's not going to work. Those are important things.
I would not. You want to grab me another White Claw, actually?
Do you have one flavor?
Grab from the middle. So it's probably to the back of the box.
Yeah, you can grab them from the middle a lot.
Because if you grab just from the front, you just keep grabbing the same flavor. And I want to have a different one every time. Oh, yeah. A cherry. That's what it is. I get this is the grapefruit one. I don't like the grapefruit. Oh.
Right.
Thank you.
Should have been mine all. Mine all.
Trying to think of what I want to have her do with this.
Yeah, back to the other thing. Like, there was a girl who was pretty cute. Messaged me a couple days ago on that Match.com. But we don't share the same philosophy. And while we might get along, I just don't see a very long-term relationship working out. She might be a very nice person. And we might make good
Well,
friends.
nice is different, but again, well, like my thing was I needed a deck. The place here before
think a house is a little different.
Well,
than
no,
life
but
on
it's about
Companion.
no, but I had certain elements that one of the reasons the thing I wanted was a deck, and there was a place before this I was looking at that was split level. So with you here, it would have basically been like you own the downstairs, would own living room. It wouldn't have been a bedroom. It would have been like a 3 times larger bedroom. They had it where they put a curtain up for the bed as it was down there, but it was a full living room otherwise. Oh, full 2 baths, 1 downstairs. I was like, that would have been nice. And then the upstairs would have had 2 separate bedrooms, which was what I was looking for. All the appliances are brand new, and the cost was $10,000 less than here.
Why didn't you get it?
Because it was right by a very, very busy road. Like right out the back door was a road that would have had constant traffic noise. The 2 windows upstairs were basically bolted shut and would have required a lot of work to fix to make them open. And the outside area, there are a lot of people had decks, but you had to build it yourself, and which required then busting into the house to make it on the second floor. So the outside that was there was 3 concrete blocks that then all the water from outside would have pooled at. It was because of I wanted a deck, and that was one of my make or breaks, and I didn't have it. Well, and it had 2 fireplaces, which I think was it's eating a lot of wall space. Like the one wall downstairs was all stone, so you can't put anything on the wall there.
Stone is nice though.
It was nice. They had a fireplace that went up to another fireplace, and then that went outside. But it was nice, but at the same time, it had no outside. This one I actually really like the deck that's outside, and the outside that's up we have is really quite nice.
You're right up against a tree line. It's quite nice.
Well, it's only like 15 feet of tree line, and then
Still.
but it's big trees and everything. So
Well, that's privacy.
yeah, and quiet. But so yeah, it was a nice place. But the other thing was the realtor was talking it up hugely because it was their realtor agency that owned that one. Mm-hmm. So if they did it, it would have been dual agency. So he was talking it up a lot, which means that I immediately dropped my expectations to make up for it. So, but it was nice because it was off the market. So if I would have put in an offer, I would have been the only one doing it. Actually, it would have been pretty nice and convenient. But,
I mean, this place is pretty nice.
No, I love this floor. This is like this.
You're still
amazing.
planning on like selling it in 5 years.
My expectation of, but who knows?
Yeah.
So I mean, jobs and everything. If the housing market is a buyer's market, I probably don't want to at that time.
Well, yeah, obviously.
So.
She should have been mine all along.
But I like to have a plan and then whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see. But in 5 years, I mean, I'm gonna probably have to replace the carpet probably in about 5 years because it's gonna get a little rough probably by then.
Really?
Some spots of it are already a little rough. Like my room has carpet that had a dog in the room all the time, so it's a little rougher in certain spots.
I need to wash it once a year.
Should have been mine all along.
Calling it's at 0 runs that they always advertise.
But it's only advertised if you listen to 94.5. Actually, I think almost every radio station does. Ask for the KS95 special. Ask for the 93X special. Ask for the 92.5 special.
Those guys got their advertisement.
I thought about doing it just because for air duct cleaning.
Air duct cleaning.
There was a dog here.
Still.
I'm pretty sure there's hair everywhere. And
Yeah, but it ain't blowing out.
but anything that's in there for that, when you have a humidifier, is going to cling to that, so you're losing a lot of humidity that's trying to go through the building.
The only thing I'd be worried about is mold in the vents. And I don't know if cleaning it
Really
is
should-
better or not.
The people that owned this place beforehand owned it for 3 years, and I'm pretty sure they didn't do shit for maintenance. So,
Yeah.
She should have been mine.
I mean,
all
the big thing that could make sure you clean out is the furnace. Past that, I would
yeah, I'm working on.
so much.
I was working on getting that taken care of, but
I told you I could take care of it in 5 minutes.
we're not leaf blowing a furnace.
It cleans it really good.
But it's also about doing all the other checks to make sure that everything works and everything is as it should be. I'm not trusting that they
Turn
did.
on?
It actually works pretty good, but I have to run it at 75 to make it what it is right now.
Yeah.
So, but it's big rooms, so
It's big and it's freaking cold outside.
it's not freaking cold.
It's what?
It is right now 34 degrees.
It's cold, man.
No, that's
It's
warm.
not freaking cold, but that's cold.
It is
anything below 50 is cold.
Actually, it's going to stay at 32 for the next 24 hours, like exactly 32. Actually, it's supposed to be pretty warm the next week. We're only hitting 27 at the lowest. Oh, 23 by next Thursday. Oh, we're actually pretty warm now. Cool.
It's not warm. 34 is not warm.
We have flipped over. Minnesota has its flip. We have flipped to where this is warm now.
It's average temperatures now. Before it was like a snap.
No, once
non-average.
Once December comes, say goodbye to 30s.
Anything below 50 is cold. Anything below freezing is freaking cold. And when you get like to the negative 50s like you did last year, that's hell on earth.
Let's see here. Let's see here.
What is the record below for Minnesota?
Well, the problem is Minnesota.
Oh, that's the entire state.
Yeah, you're going to get International Falls, which is always the lowest temperature in the state or in the country.
Well, type in Minneapolis then.
Because, yeah, if you go to list of Minnesota records, how much you want to bet you're going to see, Montevideo, Pine City, these are all, Tower, that's way north of here, negative 60. But Tower, I've been to, actually, Tower is where I spent my 21st birthday. Tower, Minnesota is way up here, and we're down here. So, but that's in. So let's see. July, Tower got to 24 degrees in July. But
why?
But
upsetting.
In Montevideo, they hit 69 in January. So, embarrassed? There's a sound called embarrassed.
In 97? I'm still trying to figure out, it can snow in July.
Huh?
I'm still trying to figure out how a place could be so cold in July. It's snow.
Well, like here, they even just have it listed here. Halloween blizzard. This is a famous thing in Minnesota, the 1991 Halloween blizzard. I was 7 and I couldn't go out to for Halloween because we got 4 feet of snow.
I remember there was a blizzard in Kentucky actually in 95, and I actually went out into it, and it was Halloween, and trick-or-treated because my parents didn't give much of a shit, and other people were horrified that I was out and out. I think it snowed 5 feet.
How far can I go back here? Aww. I can't go back further than that. Oh, no I can. Select month. Okay, so let's go to January of last year. Or January 2019. So, this is 0 degrees. We had a time here. Yeah, I mean, it was early January, we were doing pretty good, but then by late January, we hit a time where we spent almost 3 weeks below 0. Look at it over here. From January 28th through almost January 31st, we never got above 0. It's going to happen again.
Why do you say that?
No, it will. It's just this is January. Minnesota Januaries are always like this.
Why you gotta threaten me with
April.
temperatures?
Let's go to April. April? Oh, actually, April. Well, we were in 40s and 50s here. April's been pretty good. Let's do March. March, we're still in the 30s, so 20s to 30s. But that's where we start feeling like this is summer
down
starting.
into the teens.
Yeah.
In March?
Yeah. Winter lasts 6 months. Winter starts usually the end of October, and then we get it. It goes through. In regards to Tower, there's a town. It's like so. In terms of. Oh no, I don't. Okay, so this is. Let's just say Minnesota. Oh, that's not a tech. I was going to say.
Are you more hammered than I am?
No, I was going to do the whole state because Blurred Blood's not American.
America.
No, so we live in this area in southern Minnesota, but Tower is up here, I believe. I thought it was not far from Eli. Because this is what. There's a reason that when people have cabins, they say they're going to go up north because everybody just goes up here. This is all just. It's all lake water lands and. But it's also fucking cold. But Tower, yeah, it's right up here.
Right on the edge of Canada. Right?
But Tower's a pretty popular city. I mean, it's not that big, but a lot of people have cabins nearby, and it's right off of the lake, so you can. Lake Vermilion's a popular lake. So, but my brother had a friend whose mother or mother-in-law, I can't remember, had a cabin in Tower. So they would go hang out there sometimes. For my 21st birthday, my brother took me up to Tower, and we got to spend a weekend at that cabin. And at that time, it was September. So September up there is probably still sitting in the like 50s to 60s. And it was nice. It was nice because the bar there, I didn't pay for a single drink because it was a local bar. It was my 21st birthday, so everything was paid for on off the owner's tab.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and all my brother said was give him drinks, and so the bartender picked everything.
It's dangerous for.
Oh God, it was great though. I had like 6 or 7 mixed drinks and then like 8 beers. I had a lot, and my brother afterwards goes, "Just so you know, they didn't charge you for a single thing." And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, because the bartender was helping us out for a little while, but then the owner's wife comes over and was trash.
So was that the first time you drank, or did you?
No. No, so
Wonderful.
the owner's wife comes over and was already pretty drunk. She's like, "You guys want to like play a card game or something?" We're like, "Okay." So we're just playing with the owner's wife, and it had a pretty fun time. Got really trashed. Went back to the cabin, drank more, and then the next morning we went out 4-wheeling for a while. But I mean, Tower's pretty.
Next morning.
Tower's really, really pretty.
Was that the first time you drank at a bar?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
The first time I drank at a bar, I was still 20. They did not card me. They did not care.
Oh, the one cool thing with Tower is right outside of the city, because they used to do a lot of mechanical work. Mining. There's up on this hill, there's one of these giant dump trucks. And not the, like, normal dump trucks. The ones that are, like, 4 stories tall.
Yeah, for, like,
the absolutely huge ones. And when they were all done, they went and parked it on this hill and left it there. So when you're coming into town, you're like, oh, look at the dump truck. And you don't realize you're still, like, a mile away, but you can still see it as a normal dump truck. As you get closer, you're like, oh.
They're just for, like, going around the mining roads. They don't go on, like, highways. They're too big.
But they just parked it. It was, like, on this huge hill up on the top, and you can't miss it. Mm-hmm. And it just left it there, and it's just been sitting there for years and years and years. So it's just kind of neat, because it used to do mining stuff, but now it's kind of a tourist thing.
Landmark.
But Lake Vermilion's pretty. It's really, really pretty.
That is pretty. That water's blue as can be.
People.
There's people. Those are nice looking people.
look at this little chunker. I like him. He's a cool kid. I want to hug him.
His parents should give him less ice cream.
But no, this is all of northern Minnesota. Everything looks like that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I know. That's
I wish I could see it.
The Boundary Waters are an area. We're just gonna be like showing.
I don't know that I'm ever gonna have the opportunity to see a cabin in northern Minnesota.
You can actually rent them out by night.
With who?
So the Boundary Waters are up here, and they call them the Boundary Waters because they run into they cover this huge area. But the interesting thing with the Boundary Waters is you cannot have a motor vehicle. If it is combustion, it is banned. So no motorboats, no motor anything. You can't bring a chainsaw, nothing. So when you go up there, it's called roughing it. So, but this is exactly everything. Everything looks like this, and there's not a single sound. The most you're going to hear is a paddle every now and then at a portage where somebody hits something.
That was one of the wonderful things I liked about Venice, Italy, is because cars weren't allowed in the city because there wasn't room for
Look at
them.
that.
It was just the sound of boats paddling. The what they call the boats in Venice?
Okay, this isn't a fake photo. That is literally what it looks like in the morning. Like, you would think, like, oh, they play with the saturation. No, this is actually very accurate. There was a morning that because I've been to the Boundary Waters like 4 times. We woke up one morning and we were going to be going. It was a very rough day. We woke up super early and this was exactly what we saw. Looking out over the lake while we were heading out. Because you got up like 4 in the morning.
I hope I get the opportunity one day. Up there.
That's a lot of work.
I understand.
Oh my god, it's a lot of work.
If I could see that and just take a boat or a
There's your
kayak,
sack. 100 pounds.
Oh, so what? I get to see that?
Look at
So
that puppy.
I'd carry about anything.
It's
a good puppy.
If you actually want to see,
I mean, I want to be a little bit toasted when carrying 100 pounds.
if you actually want to see, I have actual pictures from the Boundary Waters.
He also got Rainbow Dash stretching.
I think that was one of the original pictures I was thinking of for an icon on here.
Jeez. Got her butt. That's kind of a famous picture at this point. I don't know why, but it's kind of...
Okay, so BWCA is Boundary Waters Canoe Area.
Mm-hmm.
So these are from 2006.
It's been a while.
So these are July 2006. I wonder if there's a picture of me from then. Oh, here's like one of the rainbows.
I'd be curious to see a picture of you from 2006.
Here's me and my brother. That's me and my brother. Looking over the lake. That thing was super slippery.
Yours are dumpy.
No, but like I said, this is how blue it is. Because there's no pollution. Like, you're 50 to 100 miles from everything.
Oh, any kind of gas.
There's my dad overlooking the...
That's dangerous.
Yeah, those things are slippery.
He was risking limb and life there on that slanted rock.
This is a portage that they had to cover for going over. We took a really... This was, I think, the one we... It was a very... this is our campsite.
Mm-hmm.
Very rough portage.
I haven't been camping in a long time. I wouldn't mind doing it again.
Oh, here's... So the evenings. There's a lightning storm.
In fact, you were able to take these pictures as the lightning was striking to show you how often lightning was.
Sun setting.
Oh, that's nice. It's such a beautiful place.
It's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. It's a lot of work, but it's gorgeous.
It looks like every second of it.
Plus, I had a nicer camera at this time that had a polarized lens, so blue polarized lenses.
What kind of camera were you using in
It was
2006?
It was cheap, but it was. I had special lenses, and if you have a polarized lens, you can usually yank some of the haze out of the air, and it makes it bluer skies.
I mean, whatever camera you use, 2006, that's some pretty decent quality camera work for a digital camera. Even back in 2006, a lot of like professional camera was still.
Oh, I love that picture. I don't know. There's something about that one. Oh, that was the day that when we came in, it was raining, so we had to wear ponchos.
That's your dad?
That's my brother, and then you never met my brother. Yeah, that's my dad.
Met
Yeah, I can tell he's a lot younger because that was 13 years ago. And he's in his 60s now. Oh, I also love this picture too.
Just a canoe.
Some of the berries and stuff. I had I was playing with my micro lens, but that was some of the best parts. Is just go lay down.
Is that your dad or your
No, that's my brother.
Okay.
But
They look a lot alike.
I love his face though. Anyway, so this was when we went summer camping. You can go winter camping. Summer camping, you're restricted by where you can camp. You have to camp in certain spots. If you camp anywhere else, you're fined. And there are people that are their job is to travel around the boundary waters and make sure everybody's okay. And if you're at a campsite, they'll be like, "Hey, how's it going?" They're like, "Do you have your permit?" Because you have to have a permit to be in there. And they'll be like, and if you just show them the permit, they're like, "Hey, okay, how you doing?" Sometimes you're like, "Hey, we're having lunch. You want to have lunch?" You're like, "Oh, okay." So it's all Canadian type people. But
Minnesota is.
so but when you go winter camping, you can camp anywhere. There's no restrictions. And we brought Puppy. But it was overnight. It was about 15 to 20 degrees, and there was no heat. I mean, you can't bring anything for that other than a fire. Puppy.
He's having fun in the snow.
It's
like, yay, snow.
But it was also very pretty in a different way.
How?
This was the lake. We're walking on the lake.
What was the puppy's name?
Buddy.
Buddy? When did he pass away? It was 2006, so I have to assume.
It's probably close to 10 years ago at this point.
He seemed like a good dog. It's hard losing a dog.
There we go. He died
Seems like
February 18th of 2012, because that was a picture that I took those pictures the
day he died.
The day that he was put down. But I'd rather not look at those. So
yeah,
it's when he's it's when he's at his weakest, and I'd rather not remember him for that. I remember when he was at his strongest. When he was out, like, oh, what's it, puppy?
You took some wonderful pictures of him. I wish I had taken that many pictures of Major. That was my favorite dog growing up, and we didn't have a whole lot of pictures of him.
He was wrestling with them. No, actually, I have some of these actually printed, and I have them in frames in a box. I haven't put them up since the previous apartment.
Yeah.
He was trying to get up. He walked so much this trip that he wore himself out so much that when he'd sit down, he would just whine because he couldn't get up. It was so funny.
Poor puppy.
And so he would just whine, and so we'd have to help him. Oh, I love this one too. There was a.
You're down to just blurred line out for viewers.
Hmm?
You're down to just blurred line out for viewers.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
There's also Indian drawings that you can go find on the stone. But normally you have to pull the canoe up to it. But because of the frozen lake, you can just walk out onto it. So you get these also, like the ice dams, so the water would come down, to where some of them were immensely dangerous to sit under. Because if that disconnects, you're dead.
Oh yeah.
So you don't stand under those.
Yeah, I'm glad. I thought the next thing you were going to tell me is, so we what? No.
No, that's behind him.
Okay. I was gonna say. Then my next thing you were going to tell me is you stood under him and then you showed me that picture, and I'm just like, no.
Yeah, but they're just standing on the lake. The lake up there gets so thick. So this is from our campsite.
Wait a minute, I saw something very odd. What are those?
Oh, that's in my room. It was one of his favorite babies, and so we brought it with. We called his stuffies his babies. We brought many of them with, or this one and one other, I think. And but when he died, we kind of some of us took some of his old toys, and I took that one.
Oh, the dog's toy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I still have it in the room.
That's actually really sweet.
Oh yeah, build a snowman. That's me.
You look so cool.
It was in my younger days. Oh yeah. Because you get wet throughout the entire day, and then you're trying to dry at the fireplace at night because the temperature drops 25 degrees.
Yeah.
So during the day it's spent like in the 35 to 40 range, but then at night it gets down to like 10. So you're cold, and you have the only way to heat yourself is the fireplace. So we would be putting our feet up that close to the fire because you're just trying to thaw out. So
I'd almost think the most efficient way to heat up was like have like a teepee setup where you have the smoke going out the top of like a tent.
Yeah, but
I'd want to set something like
you're
that.
not. We had a big old tent
Yeah, like a tent. Yeah, like a teepee.
Yeah, but we're not gonna go set up a fucking teepee.
It's not that hard. It's just like a wrapping around some sticks.
Yeah, but no, we're not gonna go in because a lot of the times the winter their restrictions are lifted, but normally in the summer there's a fire ban. There has been for a long time because not long ago because they were restrictive on fires and they put out all fires, brush built up. Then a lightning strike, then it dried up. So then they said no fires because they didn't want to have any chance of fires. Then there was a lightning strike. Then ended up burning down half the boundary waters. So lakes 1, 2, and 3, which are the most common lakes to go into, easiest for like youngins and stuff, were all burned down. There was nothing left. It was.
Yeah, you have to burn away the brush and the undergrowth.
Mm-hmm. Now they say in about 8 to 10 years it'll be good again. But once that happened, it burned all of the normally entry areas, so they had to shut that down for a while. They've reopened it, but now it's all dead trees. So so a lot of this stuff that you're seeing isn't there anymore.
I imagine it's green again by now, wouldn't it be?
Not
a whole lot of tall trees, but little ones.
Yeah, but a lot of these were like these big trees. A lot of those are gone now. Yeah, like it's like this now. It's all just burned trees. So, but it needed to happen. It's just that they kept delaying it to the point of it being too bad. So yeah, yeah, it was pretty nasty, but it needed to happen.
I mean, like I remember watching a lot of stories about how a lot of Native Americans used to have controlled burns to prevent stuff like that. But...
Well, Native Americans are probably going to just rely on nature. If it starts a fire, they're not going to go put it out. Let nature do its thing.
Yeah.
That's the problem we have is that if there is a fire, they put it out immediately. But you need to have fire. Some trees require it. They were not going to grow without.
It is nice if you have like controlled burns every once in a while to try to negate big fires.
Yeah, I think that big fire was like 10 years ago though, but
it's probably grown back pretty good by now. Then.
But it was only Lake 1, 2, and 3, and a couple of the other ones around there. But Lake 1, 2, and 3, like I said, are the easiest lakes, the most popular lakes. They're the ones that if you want a campsite, good luck trying to find the first ones because they're probably all taken.
Yeah.
The prettiest we saw was we went through a secondary. There's multiple entry points. We went through the harder one because there's portages, and a portage is, I forgot how they measure it, but a portage is where you have to you go up to the shore, you have to take everything out, you have to walk it across, you have to drop it back in the water and go. And the one we did was, I believe, a 1 mile portage. So 100-pound backpack, 1 mile, a mile back to grab more, and a mile again. So
depending on how hammered I am, that sounds like fun.
No. So that morning, very early in the morning, one of the things you do with the canoe is that everybody get in it, and then the last person would hold himself on the shore, push off with one foot in the middle, and jump in. Not the best way to do it, but that's what he did. My uncle didn't have his foot centered, so he pushed off and tipped the whole thing over, dumped me at 5 a.m. So it's already 50-something degrees, and now I'm soaked. So I quickly had to change a shirt, but I was frigid until it got to midday. Then everybody else was hot, really, really hot, and I'm doing pretty good because I'm wet. So, but then we go through some of these rivers that were so small that your canoe would get stopped to where you'd have to get out in the river to walk your canoe over the beaver dam, drop yourself back down, and keep going. But when we got to the end of it, it was a mile portage to where I remember we had got out and I had a 100-pound bag and we had to walk to the car. And I just remembered like timing my breathing. I mean, I was not a physically fit person, especially at that time. And it was tough. But then you take 100 pounds off your back. I sprinted back because I felt so fucking light. And so I had no weight on my back, sprinted all the way back, grabbed more stuff, and went all the way back, and I was like, yeah! And then you sit down for like 10 minutes, you're like, We went and got a big old breakfast at Hardee's afterwards.
I haven't even had a Hardee's in forever. That actually reminds me of
Really
one of
should
my
have been
earliest
mine all
childhood
along.
memories of Hardee's.
Mine all along.
My mother, when we were living in Falmouth, Kentucky, and I couldn't have been more than 5 years old. I think I had just started preschool.
Along.
We didn't have a lot of money growing up, so it was a pretty special thing. She'd go in and get a biscuit from Hardee's, and we put grape jelly on it. I just remember that being the best thing in the morning when I was like 5.
There's not many Hardee's around here.
There's not many Hardee's around anywhere anymore. They're
There,
kind of vanishing.
there is. I mean, it's been a couple of years since I looked, but there's one in Anoka, north of here.
I kind of want to eat it one just for nostalgic purposes.
But there was one in Ely, Minnesota, is the big city to get entrance to the Boundary Waters. That's where a lot of the lodges are for renting canoes and whatever. Mm-hmm. So, but there was a Hardee's in that city.
Along.
Yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of Hardee's from when I was little. My earliest memories. We don't really remember much before like the age of 5, and even then it's spotty. But I do remember going to Hardee's as a kid. Getting a biscuit.
Should have been mine.
I finished my whiskey again.
Trying to figure out what I want to have her do in this position. I'm thinking about having her like lean forward a little bit. Maybe where's her? There.
I'm thinking if I drink more whiskey, I'm gonna make myself ill.
That's why I was telling you. You're already plastered
How can you tell?
because you're slurring your speech.
Am I?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Mine all along. Mine all along.
Maybe I
Should have
see
been
something.
mine all along. Mine all along.
And it's glass. I can't feel it.
That's why I told you that last one was a mistake.
Mine all along. Mine all. Mine all.
I've lost all feeling in my body.
Get water.
What's water?
Mine all. Mine all.
Yeah, I should probably drink water. That's an intelligent idea. Hello, little horse.
Mine all along. Mine all. Mine all. Mine all. Mine all along. Been mine all along. Been mine all.
I wonder if I can just blend those.
Mine all along. Mine all. Mine all.
Pretty sure this is darn.
No, it says damn.
Damn.
Though that one, even for me, was a little bit rough, just because it looks similar.
Mine all along.
I didn't even realize you lit them until just now. Yeah, I didn't hear
Mine
myself.
all along.
Lower my speaker.
Mine all.
They smell nice.
Hmm?
The candles, they smell nice.
Well, I need to... I kept them lit while it was gone, and I kind of was like,
Whoops.
no. I'm not... If a candle's burned down, I'm not worried about it, but when it's towards the top, I'm more worried about it.
I'd be more worried about it towards the bottom, because the bottom gets super hot and it can damage surfaces.
Yeah, but out of those...
Not at that low, it has to be like burning the very, very bottom.
I'm not worried about it. When I had the cat around, I'd be worried a cat's like, ooh! But even then, all it's going to do is the
wax.
The wax is going to put out the fire, and then you're good. So it would make some messy, but it's not going to light anything on fire. If it was a kerosene lamp or something, oh man, no.
Those are just Molotov cocktails.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
My dad loved those. He loved kerosene lamps. He loved lighting them. I was like, that's the single most dangerous thing you could possibly be lighting in a house. Even in olden times, they knew better than to light those things. They used candles. Kerosene lamps were for people who wanted to live dangerously.
There was a time and place for them.
I suppose. I don't know what it was. Maybe if you would like the ones you carry and were constantly keeping an eye on, that was the time and place for them, but just leaving them like burning unattended, that was just an accident waiting to happen. But my dad liked them.
Mine all along. Mine all along. Mine all along. Mine all. Mine.
Too early for that.
Mine all.
I think this is fine, but I need to pick.
Mine all along. Mine all along. Mine all along.
There, that's a little better.
Mine all along. Mine all along. I've been mine all along.
I hope you're not getting sick of this audio, because you're going to keep hearing it for a bit.
All along.
Hello, whoever just joined the chat and became the third viewer. They haven't talked.
Well,
They got 3 viewers.
that's super delayed.
Mine all.
That viewer number is super delayed.
It's been mine all along. It's been mine all. Mine all.
I think I'm going to take her.
Mine all. Mine all. Mine all. Mine all.
The other girl's kind of cute.
She's 12.
No.
We went over this before, Michael.
No. You're 35.
It reminds me of anime when you have like some chibi little girl and they're like, ooh, and like oh, but she's too young. Like, no, she's 18.
Well, there's that one.
You just assign an age and it makes it okay.
It's not okay. What's that one anime movie we just watched? That girl who was the focus of all the sexual tension was 13. I looked it up.
She got. Wait, say your phrase.
But
It's your new catchphrase.
what's his catchphrase? I looked it up.
No,
She's 13.
that's a
Oh,
busty.
She wasn't busty though. She was flat.
Oh, you
She
mean
was
Megamine?
13, yes.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Union.
No, Union was huge. She had a huge bosom. If she was 13, she was a busty 12-year-old.
Mine all. Mine all.
Didn't you know 12-year-old?
Yes, we went and saw the Konosuba movie in theaters yesterday.
It was hilarious.
It was like I expected it to be funny, but the more people you have in a room, the funnier things are. And there was a lot of people in that room or that theater, so that was pretty good. I was expecting more nerdy like cosplay stuff, but we did get there a little late, so.
It was a lot of fun. It was the most fun I've had in a movie in a long time, actually. I was happy I was.
Well, it was a very much last minute decision to go to that. So
I'm glad though. It was a lot of fun.
because it wasn't at our theater.
No, that's the one theater I've been to in a long time that still has very cramped seating.
Yeah, I was hoping they'd have the comfortable seating, but
Yeah. I thought all the theaters had updated by this point, but I guess not. I mean, if they're still getting business, then I guess they have no reason to change. J-streaming.
competition.
Oh no. No, I'm all here for you, man, because I can't walk upstairs.
All along. All along. All along.
Oh.
Mine all along.
Restroom.
All along.
Coaster.
There's actual coasters over there. A Kleenex is not a coaster.
It will absorb water.
You didn't even fold it. It's a single sheet.
I'm drunk.
This was his coaster. That's his coaster. He just put a fucking Kleenex under it. It's not even. It's stupid.
Along. 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 Mine all along. And it really should have been mine all along. All along. Along. All along. Along. Along.
Okay, I don't like your smiling there.
Along.
No, I just looked in the mirror and my hair is awesome right now. I have awesome hair.
What was the name of the doctor from Back to the Future?
Doc Brown.
Yeah, there you go. You got a Doc Brown look going.
Nice.
See, that's what you should do. You actually have the color and everything for it. Just comb it like straight back, and so it kind of poofs up.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
I'd do it.
Just have it be like disheveled, and then they get the lab coat.
I do have the lab coat.
There you go. You can go to conventions and you can cosplay as Dr. Hot Dish.
No. No. That was one of my favorite parts of Back to the Future too. He looks at the video. He's like, I still have my hair. He's so happy. Doc Brown, in like the 1950s, he looks at the video from the 1980s. He's like, I still have my hair. I'm so happy. That would be a good thing to find out that your hair is not going to fall out. Because not everybody gets that.
Along. And it really should have been mine all along. And all. Mine all.
How many girls contacted me in the last 10 minutes? Come on, ladies.
Desperate.
All mine all along.
I might be desperate, but it's my only chance.
No, it's not.
What else am I supposed to do?
Go to a bar
Mine all.
Bar?
and be like, "Hey, ladies, I'm available," and then just.
Just.
Mine all
What's
along.
that even supposed to mean?
You go sit at the bar, and you're here, and then
I don't even know what that means.
it's great because you probably would get it if you were like,
Sober?
yeah.
What, you mean like loose women? Not interested.
I was saying that they would slide away.
Oh, I was thinking like legs opening. I'm like, ladies, I'm available. They'd be like, oh my god! Just immediately.
Yep, that's how the world works.
Also, yeah, I mean, in a bar, sure, because those women are also desperate. That's why they're in a bar.
No, sometimes they just want to. What are you doing right now? You've been
in a bar.
You've been drinking.
Yeah, but
some people don't like to drink alone.
I'm not drinking alone. You're here.
But what if I wasn't?
I'd be sad drinking alone, like I used to do.
Me and my old roommate used to. We used to every now and then just go to a bar, just grab like quick, like cheap food or an appetizer, and just have a few drinks. We played apples to apples at a Friday's bar once.
Really?
Yeah, everybody at the bar because there's a big circle. Bartender comes out. We were only going to be there for like an hour. Bartender comes out and says, "Who wants to play apples to apples?" And it was everybody at the bar. And so she would go and hand everybody their cards. She would play as well. And we ended up being there for like 4 hours. Had a way more than we should have to drink, and it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's like fun. Man, that's kind of one of the things I actually enjoy about the board game meets
My
we do.
hands
Just
on this
playing
crown,
board games
and it
drinking
really
up
should have been
ciders.
mine all along.
Can't get like whiskey like I have right now, but whiskey's good. I like whiskey. It's definitely my drink of choice. That and cider. Cider if I'm not feeling like I want to get wasted. Whiskey if I don't give a shit. I don't think I've ever drank vodka straight.
no, don't drink vodka straight.
I don't think I ever have.
All along.
I don't think I've had, other than like whiskey and tequila, I don't think I've had any straight liquor since before I was 21.
Rum?
No.
Really?
Before I was 21, you would just buy bottles of liquor with whoever was willing to buy you anything, and then you would just drink straight liquor because that was what what adults did. Yeah, and then you realize when you're later, you're like, oh fuck, that's not what they do.
There was a period of time, like when I was really young, I drank straight liquor, and then when I got a little older, I drank mixed drinks mostly. But now that I'm just sad, it's right back to straight liquor. Oh. It's a wonderful progression.
But we used to drink things that shouldn't be drank solo. We would drink 99 bananas.
I don't even know what that is.
That's all it is. We would drink 99 bananas and chase it with Mountain Dew because we were fucking cheap and we worked at McDonald's.
What the heck's 99 bananas?
It's just like a normal liquor, like 30% liquor, but it's tasting like bananas.
Okay, that sounds delicious.
It's like drinking alcoholic runts.
That sounds wonderful.
But straight?
Yes.
No, it's bad. Jaeger shots were actually not too bad.
Jaeger's actually a sweeter alcohol, so I can see that.
But we didn't do it with Red Bull. We just did Jaeger.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Red Bull was there around. Anyways, and
It's
SoCo. Shots of SoCo. Southern Comfort?
Yeah.
No. Southern Comfort is good mixed with stuff.
That's Southern Comfort.
I don't know if I can explain
Is it
what
like
it tastes
a
like.
whiskey or
I don't even know.
rum? Sounds like it would be whiskey because when I think Southern, I think whiskey. It's kind of where I got my love of whiskey from.
It's a whiskey liqueur.
Okay.
It's
what?
What
the heck is a whiskey liqueur?
It's good mixed with things, but all the ones that I originally used to take just straight shots of, I could never drink again.
Yeah.
Just because I overdrank. We would be like have a night where you take like 18 shots.
That's a lot.
Yeah, those are the nights that I would wake up at like 6 in the morning having to pee really bad and not knowing where I was in the entire universe.
The only alcohol that
And
has
it really
made me
should have
real
been
sick
mine all
the day
along.
after is beer.
All along.
I don't want to touch beer anymore. I don't like the taste of it. It makes me ill. I don't like beer. I don't know why anybody likes beer.
Well, no, some people don't like coffee. I love coffee.
Well, yeah, but coffee ain't gonna leave you like throwing up 3 in the morning. Unless you drank a crap ton of it and it was really bad.
But to me, it depends on the person. There are beers that I found that I don't mind, but I'm not going to drink more than one.
Yeah, I'll drink Guinness. Like, one Guinness. And that is it. I even tried those 1 tablets that are supposed to make everything taste sweeter. And then I tried to drink Guinness with it because it said it tastes like chocolate. It still tasted nasty. It didn't change anything. It made lemons taste like candy.
Lemons are the bomb with that stuff.
Yeah, I have a bunch of those in my room still. I bought way too many of them for that convention.
What he's talking about is, what are they called? Mystery fruit?
Like
magic fruit. It's a special type of fruit that naturally will alter your taste buds by adhering to certain taste buds and preventing them from absorbing that flavor. So, it will. You either get it in strips or like some kind of a chewable, but the one we used to get with strips, you put it on your tongue for like a minute or something, and it would absorb it, and it would remove bitter, sour, and I thought something else.
Salty.
Yeah, maybe salty as well. So things that are normally bitter or sour don't take bitter. All the bitter and sour is gone. So the big thing is lemons. You can just bite into a lemon like an apple, and it is absolutely delicious. It's like eating the lemon drop candies.
Yes, it is.
It is one of the because I told you, like, I could just eat lemons. Like, I would just take those and just eat lemons all day.
Oh yeah, and if you have those, you can eat lemons, and they're like lemonade candy.
Yeah, there's no sour to it because your tongue can't process it. So, but there's other things that sometimes would be like onion. One of my buddies is like, "Oh, I'm going to try an onion," so he takes a bite out of an onion. In his mouth, it's fine. Problem is that this stuff only works in your mouth. Taking a whole hunk of raw onion down your throat, though, yeah, he started choking because his senses were overloading because it was going down his throat, but then the onion was going up his nostril.
Yeah,
it overloaded his sinuses a little bit. But green apple and goat cheese, it tastes like our caramel apple. I can't remember everything we tried with it, but we went through a whole list of different things, and they're neat, and they're not. Yeah, they're usually like $1 a strip or something. They're not too bad.
Yeah, I bought like a whole thing of little packets of the tablets for like $5 for like 6 tablets or something.
And it really should have been mine all along. All along.
It's a fun little party thing to do. If you have like a bunch of people over, it's a fun little thing to try out.
It should have been mine all along. All been mine all along.
Yeah, it's definitely not something to try on your own. You need to be with people. Because I think it was two of old friends. We went and we got a bunch. And...
Along.
Yeah, I got a bunch in my room if you're curious. I have entire packs that I never even got open.
No, I mean, I'm not. Don't need to be curious. I've had this stuff before.
Yeah, me too. So it's kind of like whatever. They're there.
All along. All along. All along.
You really need to do anything with the hand.
And all along.
I think, actually...
I shouldn't be on dating websites when I'm drunk. I'm just gonna like everybody. But that's
and then
okay.
But I thought you said you had standards.
They get lowered when I'm drunk.
All along.
But then when they message you, you're not going to be.
Maybe they'll message me and I'll start drinking heavily so I can be like, yeah, sure, whatever. The Facebook dating thing is actually free. And it's actually not bad. And a lot more people...
Why don't you just go to Craigslist?
Craigslist? That's when you want to, like, hire a prostitute, not when you want to, like, a Actual
Like,
date.
woman looking for a man will be on the street. Free pickup.
Costs $50 an hour. Oh no. She is so cute.
She should have been mine
She
all
want nothing
along.
to do with me. She's already with Chewbacca. Look at that. She's already got a big furry man.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight. I've had to jump through.
She's never been in Europe.
I've had to jump.
No, Florida's back.
Jump through.
Hello, Blur. We're talking about desperation.
Jump. I've had to jump through so many hoops. I've had to
She's a
jump
high
through
school
so many
teacher.
hoops tonight.
That's cool.
So many hoops tonight. Just to get my hands on this crown. And it really should have been mine all along. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
No.
Just to get my hands on
Sorry,
this
lady,
crown.
but
And it really should have been
have a weird
mine
face.
all along. All along.
That's not.
I need to make her
Mine
frown more here.
all
I think from here on.
along. All along.
Okay, yeah, that looks a lot better.
It really should have been mine all along.
You know, tip internet. If you say you
Just
don't have
my
children
hands
and then
on
you
this
post a bunch of
crown.
pictures of you holding a baby, I'm gonna think you're lying.
It's called the internet. Everything that's on the internet is true.
On the internet, why'd you have to be so honest?
He don't want to be lonely.
I don't want to.
And good luck trying to find a woman in her late 20s, early 30s that doesn't have a kid.
There's a lot of them. Some people have been as unlucky as I.
More than likely, if somebody has been going that long that doesn't have somebody, it's because they don't want somebody.
I had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown.
There's
And
some
it
truth
really
to
should have
that.
been mine all along.
But still.
No, because that's what I've noticed. Like, anytime I've seen single ladies, it's usually that they were in a relationship and something failed. But
Crown.
You know what I
and
noticed?
it really should have been mine.
I noticed if I loved
It
Jesus
really-
more, I could get laid so much easier. So much easier.
Christian mingle.
I know, there's like, that's just the truth of America. Like, the vast majority are Christian. And if you're not, and if you're Christian too, it's gonna be way easier to find someone.
Guess I'm gotta get yourself a freaky Christian girl.
Just wouldn't work though.
Really should have been mine.
I mean, this whole
Crown.
dating thing's
And
kind
it
of made
really
me
should
wish
have been mine
I
all
was.
along.
Just because it'd be so much easier. Because I've already had like 3 girls like me on Match.com, but
Florida, I believe in anything to get laid.
I mean, I don't blame you.
But do you believe in our Lord and Savior Spaghetti Monster?
Yeah,
yes?
sure. Take your pants off. I mean, if I was only interested in like flings,
I've
it
had
wouldn't
to
be an
jump through
issue.
so
But
many hoops.
I'm kind of interested in
I've had to
something
jump through
long
so
term.
many hoops tonight
So it is
just
an
to
issue.
get my hands on this
Issue.
crown. And it really should have been mine all along.
Okay, I think I can actually do the wings now.
She got the wings.
Well, because like you had mentioned before about the wings being off,
Yeah.
now I can actually go and touch them.
They're not always flapping down.
Yeah, that's now I'm to the point where I'm confident in where they are, that I can change it.
Just to get my hands on this crown. And it really should have been mine. really
Yeah, this
should
woman
have
says she
been
doesn't have kids, yet she posts a picture of her in a hospital bed
mine.
holding a newborn.
Maybe she
I'm just
adopted
kinda
it.
like, and then climbed into a hospital.
No, she sent it to adoption.
She's...
Sent it for adoption. You never know. But if you're so proud of it, you probably wouldn't be. But yeah, I would probably not.
My hands on this crown.
Yeah. This woman here says her favorite movie is Dumb and Dumber. That's a pretty good start.
My hands.
I've never seen
on
Dumb and
the crown,
Dumber.
and it really should have
The
been
second
mine
movie?
all along.
I heard it was bad.
Tonight, just to get my hands
Yeah,
on this
she bow
crown,
hunts.
and
No,
it
thank
really
you.
should have
I
been
don't need
mine
somebody
all
who's bringing dead
along.
deer in the house every other day.
Every other. That's not how this works. It's not like she could like bangs on the door, boo, ooh, ooh, and like open the door and like meat, and like drops it on the
She's
table,
gonna do it like once a year, even.
and then she's like, love. You're like, no.
No, please remove the carcass.
To get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine
I don't need any
all along.
carcasses in my love life.
Tonight,
We're good.
just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
Okay, I think the wings actually turn out
So
pretty
many
good right there.
hoops tonight,
She's
just to
gonna
get
want
my
to do
hands
that.
on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
There, Michael. Is the wings okay now?
Right, just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine.
Yeah,
My hands
actually.
on this crown, and it
Actually,
really
it
should have
was
been mine.
If only I could fix the shoulder.
Crown.
Oh, the one that's caving in on itself?
Yeah, but I really can't do anything about it.
Just make her boobs really huge, and then they'll cover up the arms.
Tonight, just to
Just
get
give
my
her
hands on this
huge,
crown.
long.
It actually kind of worked.
Just give her like huge wasambas.
There we go.
To get my hands
Wamba the
on this crown.
bombas. You make them big.
Actually, I wonder if... Does it take a turn?
Can you make them bigger?
Her boobs?
Yes. I mean, it would cover up the arms. I'm
Be-
thinking about this from an animation perspective, man.
Being that you are desperate and looking online for things, no, I'm not gonna, like...
It would cover up the arm defects.
I'm not going to enable your fantasies.
I'm not. This is purely a animation issue cover up. If you make them really big, they'll cover up the arms.
Put this. Oh, I can't do that one.
Man, it ain't even about that.
There we go. It's hiding.
No. And now she's a weirdo. I just wanted to make her anime, not
Just to get my
Made her
hands
chibi.
on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
She got a big head. Oh no, she had a tiny head.
On this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
That's sad.
That's even worse. Michael.
Do her
I
hair.
had to jump through so many.
It's the jiggle bones scale weirdly when they're not locked.
No. You know, we're all at a loss, blur to blah, because he didn't make your boobs huge. Now, she has boob hair. Oh no. Her head's upside down.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get
It
my
seems
hands on this
probably-
crown.
Oh, no.
It really should have
Her
been
face
mine
is going,
all
no, it's back.
along.
Because it's bent. It's moving the other way, so...
Crown, and it really should have been mine all along. Really
You got
should
the
have
wing
been
faces.
mine
Looks like your animation's all
along.
done. All you gotta do is make her boobs huge and you're done. You're good. Sort of like Shawshank Redemption, but She's like, actually cares about food insecurity for the poor. That is actually a turn on for me.
Wait. What gets me hotter? Charity.
I mean, when you care about the right kind of stuff, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go walk some dogs at the shelter today, not before I make sweet love to you.
I mean,
say it again.
Yes. Oh, caring about the well-being of others? Holy shit. That is hot.
But then she would have no time for you.
I mean, I'd be with her, helping her out.
Really? Why don't you just do that now?
I worked at a food pantry a lot when I was down in Kentucky.
Yeah, but why don't you do some volunteering here?
I don't have any connections.
You go volunteer somewhere. Why don't you go do that now? If you really think that helping people is a good thing, go do it.
But I think the best way to help people is taxes. Being appropriated in the right places.
Wait. I already help people. I pay my taxes. That is the worst kind of charity.
Only if the local government is appropriating them correctly.
But that's not helping people.
Nothing can help people more than a mass socialist collective of people who are paying taxes towards social programs that help the poor. I mean, a church.
But why don't you donate extra money to help directly to those organizations?
A church can do a little bit of work, or a small organization that collects taxes can do a little bit of work. But a government program can do far more good than any of those smaller organizations can do, because they require payment as a tax. Everything else is just a spit in the bucket. Most you can actually do to help the poor.
So you're saying that the volunteering they're doing is nothing?
I didn't say it was nothing. I said it's less than.
It's less than nothing?
It's less than what the government can do. It's far.
Okay, Bertie.
I'm just saying that there used to be food banks, and they all disappeared, and all that's left is like the church soup kitchens, and they're not nearly adequate enough. But that goes all the way back to the 80s.
Oh, I can make her like.
All along.
Look at that! That's a good confused face.
She does have confused face.
Fine, all along.
I don't know why they have brow down when you can't move the eye that direction.
You can't move the eye down?
Well, no, you can't move the top of the eye down.
Really?
Well, because this is rounded around the eye, which means you would have to cave the top of the eye down to less than round to make it work that way. But by doing that, you'd be closing the eye. So I'm checking here if I have the ability to do brow up. If I can do brow up, that'd be great, but I don't think so. Oh, it's just called surprise.
All mine, all along.
Oh, these girls gotta be cute.
Yeah. Why do they gotta be cute? I gotta find one that's not.
Man, I got this like very narrow group of girls that aren't super cute. So, because if they're super cute, they're not gonna want anything to do with me.
You know what's great though?
But
this is recorded.
Yeah. What? They're not.
No, so that when you do find somebody,
super
if you want to see a video
super cute girls
about what turns Michael on.
What was it again?
Charity.
I mean, yeah. That's
but I'm gonna be like, if we look at it, they're gonna be like,
if you like.
Wait, you're saying that he's got low standards, so that's why he picked me?
No. I mean, I'm hopeful that a super cute girl would like to pick me, but I'm not that optimistic. I'm thinking, but at the same time, I do have a standard for appearance. So there's like this super narrow gap of girls who aren't super cute, but also are fairly cute. That fit my wheelhouse.
Your wheelhouse?
My wheelhouse.
What is a wheelhouse?
It's a term of phrase. To say.
I think that's a Kentucky turn of phrase, because...
What, a wheelhouse?
No.
Really?
I don't think I've heard that one here.
That's definitely a Kentucky turn of phrase, because I hear it all the time.
Here?
No, not here.
In Kentucky?
Growing up.
Yeah, that's a Kentucky turn of phrase then. Like
But-
cornhole and all that shit.
Cornhole is the only way to actually talk about that game. What
Then
you
why
call
do they
it?
have the T-shirt that they say in Kentucky the only place where you get three-way and cornhole is a legitimate thing?
What do you call it again?
That's why the reason that shirt exists is because cornhole is specific to where you were from. Otherwise, the shirt makes no sense.
What is it called here? Like beanhole or something?
Bean toss, beanbag toss.
Hey, that's dumb.
I know, but that's why the shirt exists is because it's called that there.
There's
And then three-ways are just called what the fuck here.
three-ways are delicious. And I need to get spaghetti. I forgot spaghetti. I completely realized I forgot the spaghetti. How am I gonna make three-ways without spaghetti? It's impossible. I'll have to pick some up tomorrow.
I don't know, you're working on it with the dating sites.
I've had to jump through the jump.
No, trust me. The Barney site's definitely spaghetti. Oh. I mean, I date that right now. Look at her. She's like discount Satan. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. I mean, my standards are super low, man. I mean, sure, you're all fire and brimstone, you'll probably brainwash me, but, you know,
That ain't so
it
bad.
ain't so bad. I'm into it. I mean, it's kind of hot.
Michael,
What?
you're getting a little creepy.
She's 35,
So
it's
many-
fine.
No, not just that. Just that everything that's moving now is a potential mate.
Is it alive? Good enough for me. Don't worry. Jay's not gonna get me to turn into a furry just yet.
So many.
See, they stopped.
So many
Shouldn't be
hoops
right
tonight.
here.
So many hoops tonight. Just to get my hands on this crown, and
Why is everybody in this, like, in Minnesota catching fish? If that's like 3/4 of all the dating profiles I've looked at, is just they're catching fish.
Because that's Minnesota. It's not.
It's a lot of fish.
That's our thing here is going up north, fishing and hunting.
so many hoops tonight, just to get my hand. So many hoops tonight.
It's a habit you're gonna have to gain.
Yeah, I don't mind fishing. Not a big fan of hunting. Fishing, I don't mind. I just don't.
Many hoops tonight.
I'll go fishing. Grew up fishing. Fishing was fun. I actually always imagined
Tonight.
like my favorite trip, I think, would just be taking a boat out onto the ocean and just have like a little rice cooker or a steamer or something, and just catch fish all day and just cook them on the boat and just eat them and then catch more fish. I have a lot of rice with me because you need rice when you got fish.
You just spent all your time just cutting, gutting, and
It
filleting.
doesn't take that long. I've done it before.
But who's gonna do it?
Me, I've done it before.
Yeah, but you're gonna do that in every fish you catch.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long. It takes like 10 minutes.
How long does it take to cook?
If you just toss it in the steamer,
In the steamer?
Yeah.
Where are you gonna plug it in? It's a boat.
Yeah, it's a motorboat.
You can just toss it on the engine.
Yeah, sure. You can steam the fish. It's a nice boat. It's got a kitchen. There's a kitchen on that boat. Or at least somewhere where to plug in a rice cooker.
Just to get my...
I did a lot of fishing when I was a kid. A lot. Like, every other weekend I'd go fishing with my grandpa.
To get my...
He would take me fishing all the time. I love my grandpa. If there was ever a male role model in my life that had a positive effect, it was my grandfather. And I love him to death. That's drunk me saying it. I love my grandfather.
To death?
I mean, I hope not. He's still alive.
You said that.
I mean, I love him to death. It's a nice way of saying I really, really love him. But I hope his health continues. He is in his late 80s.
That's what it means. You will love somebody until death. That's what it means. But I don't know why people say to death.
It's a turn of phrase, man. I'm just saying, he is...
So they're gonna get a call. They're like, your grandmother died from love. No! It was me!
No, I would be really upset. I've never been super upset from... I've had family members die. My grandmother more, she passed away.
You're going negative again, Michael.
No,
You've been all sexual and negative.
Wow.
What an odd combination. But no, I'm just saying, this isn't super negative. I'm just saying, I've had family members pass away. Who hasn't? But I haven't had any family members yet super close to me who have passed away. My grandmother more did pass away, but I wasn't super close to her. But my grandfather, on my mother's side, and my grandmother on my mother's side, I am pretty close to them. So if they did pass away, I'd probably be devastated for a while. But I wish them the best of health. They're in their 80s. They're still fairly healthy for people in their 80s. And I love, like I said, I love my grandfather to death because he's the one positive male role model I had in my life growing up.
My hands on this crown.
My dad's kind of...
My hands on this crown.
Yeah.
And it really...
I wish him well. I'm looking forward to seeing them in about a little under 2 weeks. I'm gonna go fly out to see him all.
And it really...
Happy note there.
You should've... And it really should have and it really should have been mine. Been mine.
I like the cartoon hiccup now.
Should have been mine. They should have been mine. Mine.
God, I can actually control the eyebrows because otherwise it felt very static.
Should have been mine all along. Crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
So you decided how you're gonna end it yet?
I made a mistake on the eyebrows on this part.
Are you gonna have the brain hit her in the face?
The brain?
Yeah, you can have like the rocket smash into the statue, and then just have the brain like whack her in the face, and she just like hit the ground.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I wasn't actually gonna have it blow up. I was gonna just have it hit her and like crash into her and crush her, and then like blow up or something.
You gotta do something with the brain.
No.
It's like the focus of the whole beginning. It's like you gotta have some kind of finale for the brain. Like it just has to hit something. Like funny. It could hit Twilight in the face or something.
Or do like Pymations did for his one video. It's like after it crashes, just have the brain jump out and then like pull out a pistol.
Brains just had enough of this shit.
But no, our original plan was to do the congratulations.
Congratulations.
We actually, during Cider Fest, I can't remember, was it that fanfic? We started doing the congratulations thing.
If you just have the brain, like, flop across the ground, that would be enough. But you gotta do something.
But the problem is the brain has no bones.
Yeah.
So it would be just a static model doing it. If I had at least one bone to bend it, it would work better. But also the brain itself has a problem.
It's like the whole focus of the opening is just not to finish with it. It just seems odd. And it's in the rocket.
Because the bone for its animation is down here. Meaning that if I want to have it bounce, I don't have good control of it.
Yeah.
I have very poor control of it. So, I mean, I can try to move its bone to here, but even then, that normally doesn't work. It's all the animation I've used on here so far have not went very well. The only way I could probably make it work is I would have to make a separate helper model, lock that where I want the brain to move from, and animate that. SFM stores like, or SFM itself only supports SMD and DMX, but, or no, is it only DMX? I think it's DMX, but that's the compiled version of the model. You can only, I forget, hold on, let me double check it here. Yeah, so the actual model files are VTX and MDL and stuff, but that's compiled from an SMD or DMX, which is converted in a normal 3D software from whatever the hell you want to use. So as long as you have a plugin to make it into SMD or DMX, it doesn't matter what the file type is. Like here. So the SMD is the older format. DMX is usually the better format to use because DMX contains more additional information and it doesn't matter which you use.
Yeah.
Just tends to be a little less work to do with that. But yeah, I know I can understand using the brain at the end, but if I'm going to use it at the end, it's probably going to be as a stupid end piece, not the legitimate end. I would want to use it as an after joke.
That's fine, as long as you use it.
But I don't know what to do with it. Because if I blow up the rocket,
you just have it flop on the ground somewhere. Or smack somebody in the face.
Or use the rocket not as an explosion device, but as a brain delivery device. It just crashes up and then just have it go up there and like smack her with a glove or something.
It'd be kind of weird.
Well, no, because she's going to get crushed by the rocket.
Yeah.
I mean, you can have the brain, but anything I do with the brain's not going to, it's going to animate like shit. Unless, I can use the helper, I guess. But even the helper, it's still, it's going to be animated from the...
Oh, what just happened?
Memory maxed out, apparently.
Did you save? Find out.
I haven't done anything for a bit, so the auto save probably kicked in. For what I'm doing right now, it's not affected. I don't say no. Because I was looking at the brain and stuff, and none of that's gonna... The autosave should be what I want to use.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown.
You ever had a
and it
file
really
completely
should have been
from
mine
this?
all
Or
along.
filmmaker? Like you lost everything?
Hold on.
Just to get my hands on this crown. And it really...
Okay, so some of the stuff got lost, but that's fine. Completely corrupted?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Was it something you had put a lot of work into?
I was able to extract it. What was it that happened? Oh, there was one. Oh, actually, Luna's Banishment. I can't get into it anymore. It's closed.
Well, at least it's already rendered, so...
But yeah, there's something that's wrong with it that won't let me open it, and I can't figure out what it is. But that's... I don't care. But no, I had one of them where it was... I would be working in it, and after like 5 minutes it would crash. And it was always happening every time I opened it. And it took me a while to figure out what would happen. And the only way I ended up solving the issue was I opened the file, deleted everything, and then saved it and then waited. Didn't crash. So then I opened it again, deleted half the models, waited, crashed. I'm like, okay. So I opened it again, deleted the other half of the models, waited, didn't crash. I'm like, okay. So then I kept doing this over and over and over and over again until they narrowed it down to what model was causing the crash. It took me like 8 or 9 iterations of deleting things until it got done to a model. And I figured out it was a very, very stupid reason. So one of the models had a material override on there of an alpha. So normally when I type in an alpha for an override, I just hit enter, it defaults to 0, I'm done. So then it would get rid of that texture. So now her eyebrows are on. Problem was, at some point or another, this 0 became nothing. Apparently, the engine doesn't like that, and it is a data leak. And so by having that 0 there, it kept, I don't know if it was building errors in the background or something, but over time, it would just crash because of some kind of a leak. So when I went through there, found all the ones that had alpha on those models and put a 0 in, it removed the error. It was stupid.
Yeah.
It was really stupid, but it was at least I just did troubleshooting and determined the solution. So if you ever are in SFM and you have an error or a file that keeps corrupting over like 5-minute period and you have overrides, check your overrides. But I think for the most part she's done. Oh, I gotta get her eyebrows.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown.
You wanna get really weird. Come on. There it is. There we go. Here you go, Michael.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
So now wear the crown to cover it.
Oh, actually, I can't do that.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
Actually, she looks like Charlie Brown.
Oh, she does. Oh no! She's Charlie Brown. Good grief.
She looks like fucking Charlie Brown.
This is upsettingly accurate. Oh no! This is amazing revelation.
There. Okay.
Oh no! What are you doing? I don't trust anything you're doing now.
See if I can guess this. No, I don't think that's right. Oh, I was right. But it still doesn't fit. But still.
Oh no. Trying to make her more Charlie Brown.
Yeah, though I had to think of who had the body color, and my OC did, so I just typed in override for my OC. But texture doesn't work exactly right. But still, when actually,
very deep cheeks.
Oh, there is a way to slide a texture, but yeah, that's oh wait, we need to. There. Charlie Brown now.
So many hoops tonight. Just
What color is his eyes? Oh, his eyes is black. Good grief!
Can Spike be Snoopy?
No, now we need to have Lucy go over and kick a football at him.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna undo that because that's really weird. We don't want American Charlie Brown.
through so many hoops tonight. Just to get my hands on this crown.
So I want to watch this over and over again, just
So many hoops
make sure I'm not missing
just
something.
To get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
So I think her right arm, I don't need to do anything with
and it
extra when
really
it goes
should
to
have been
here.
mine all along. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown. My hands on get my head. Just to get my to get my hands on my head. My hands on this crown. My hands on this crown. My hand. My hands on this crown. My hands on this crown. My hands on this crown.
Yeah, that looks so
My
better.
hands on, just to get my hands on. My hands on. My hands on.
You're still using the Kleenex for a coaster.
Yeah.
You just bunched it up.
Yeah. Now it's extra.
No, now it looks like a cup toilet paper.
To get my hands on this crap. My hands.
This is all true.
Hands.
I'm gonna move this a little bit sooner. Oh, it is. This is cup toilet paper. It's weird. Sorry, the cables. Gotta get out of the way.
Get my hands on this. Get my hands on this crown. To get my hands on this crown. To get my hands on this crown. And it really should have been mine all along.
You know, the one thing I haven't actually done with this is and I should have. Is I should have determined lighting. Where is it? There she is. Well, or not determined lighting, but ensured that she can light okay. Oh, that's her boobs that are causing that. Okay. I saw a shadow on her arm and I was like, uh-oh. Okay. It looks like it's going to light fine. Because there's the concern that, like, the lighting from a certain angle just doesn't work or something. Or, like, the texture gets awkward.
I've had
Okay, I'll put a secondary light for the other parts. So this is going to be some kind of a night scene to match the show. So we want the light to be a bluish. And we'll do it brighter. This is going to be the rim light. Okay, I was going to say, if you're grabbing more whiskey, I'm going to slap you.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame you.
Can I slap you anyway?
I prefer you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not that drunk.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
If I grabbed a glass of whiskey this big, I wouldn't.
That's called death.
Yes.
I feel like I should make the light come from this side. Well, the main light's going to come from this side, yeah. But so this is going to be actor main, and then this is going to be actor underlight. She's evil, so I need to have an underlight.
She's not evil. She's just
Misunderstood.
complicated. All she wants is to take over Equestria with an army of teenage zombies. Is that evil?
Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty evil. It's
So she could have chose a better army.
and snips and snails.
Yes. I shall take over the world with millennials.
I mean, we just gotta wait for all the old people to die.
They're just running around going, hey, okay, boomer.
I hate that meme so much.
Well, yeah, because we've been using it on you.
Oh yeah,
Just
but
to get my
ineffectively.
hands on this crown.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Kyle was just hitting.
And it
on
really should have been mine.
Oh, actually, that wing's going to be a problem. I don't think I can have shadows on with these.
All along. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
Okay, I think the ambient one's the left one, right? Yeah, I'm going to drop that down a bit. Well, that's down, but then the underlight is, yeah, so the underlight, then I'm going to move over here a bit.
Oh no, Sammy FX made their own Pony Life skit. Same as Jake Wyman did. That's great, I'll have to watch that later. Word, why are you excited for My Little Pony Pony Life? There's no way you don't know about it.
I didn't know about it, so you guys said something.
Well, that's how the internet works.
I think what he's saying is, no, I don't care.
It's just like, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
No, he's just... Show's over, man. We're done.
Nope, the show is still going. It's just gotten really weird.
No, I kind of agree with somebody's viewpoint of Teen Titans Go had the issue of they tried to reboot everything within that type of sequence, but instead with this, we had everything end, and now it's going back to do slice of life stuff to fill in some other gaps that happened earlier. That's not a bad thing.
I think
If the show ended, it's done.
Yeah.
It's just now they're going back and they're just using the characters for other stuff.
I think the animation style is insincere,
just to get my
and
hands on
it's
this
limited
crown.
in what it is capable of presenting. But if it only lasts for a season, like a lot of people thinks it will, then it's a fun little romp for a year between G4 and G5. And as long as it's just that, I'm fine with it. I'll even enjoy it. But if it's like, I don't think it's gonna work for like several seasons of what will essentially just be comedic slapstick. We'll see. Yeah, that's kind of what everybody's saying is Teen Titans Go.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
The style does, but they said that, or somebody was saying is that Teen Titans Go was then trying to reboot the series using that style, where they say if this is just adding slice of life after completion, where you're just having some extra episodes using the characters in other different situations, that's not the same. That's not so bad. So if it was just one-off episodes of them doing things as a group, I think that actually works really well. If they try to make an entire story with them out of it, no, because it's going to be cutesy, which is not a bad thing either. But
the animation style seems
so
limited.
many
It
hoops
seems
tonight.
pretty much limited to comedy and slapstick.
well, yeah, because
comedy.
the looks that they were putting on the characters weren't fitting the personalities of those characters. Fluttershy and Rarity did not match.
Wiggly Noodle Arms isn't Fluttershy's deal.
I've had to jump through so many hoops
I think it'll
tonight
be a fun
just to
thing
get
if it
my
only lasts for a
hands on this
season
crown.
between 4 and 5. But if it ends
And
up
it
running
really-
for like several seasons, I'm going to lose interest really fast.
So many hoops tonight. Just to get my hands.
And the thing is, we've seen Boulder
My-
Studios, the people taking over the My Little Pony animation, do
Crown.
some pretty great stuff. They did Rainbow Road Trip, and that was awesome.
Yeah, Rainbow Road Trip turned out real good.
Yeah, so Boulder Studios is certainly capable of doing some higher quality stuff. I hope they do, is my only thought. And there is the movie coming out in
hands on this
2021,
crown,
so
and
we'll
it
see what
really
that
should-
is.
That is weird.
My hands on this crown, and it really
There's a
should
lot
have
of
been
stuff that's
mine
going to be
all
happening with Pony. A
along.
lot of changes.
Jump through so
We'll see
many
if
hoops
it's for
tonight
good or bad.
just to get my hands on this crown.
But it's not going
And it
anywhere.
really should have
Doesn't
been
seem to
mine
be.
all along.
So I think that lighting actually works, but I think the depth of field is really high right now. Yeah, the aperture is way up there, which is works, but at the same time, it means I have to be a lot more precise in how I position this stuff.
Just needs to have Derpy.
No, that's not how animation works.
It needs to
I had to
have
jump
Derpy.
through so many
This needs Derpy too.
Oh.
Well, you can put Derpy in here. He can be right behind Sunset.
so many hoops tonight just to get my hands my hands on this crown and get my hand, get my hand, get my hands on this crown, and it really should, it really should have been mine. It should have been mine.
Actually, because of what I'm planning to do in the shot, I don't think I need to do all the detail with this.
Should have been mine all along. All along. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along. I've had to jump through so many, and it really should have been mine all along. Crown, and it really should have been mine all along. Hands on this crown. So many hoops. Had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
Alright, so I don't really want to figure out... Well, I might be able to cheat the map on this one a little bit by not using the map.
Just add in the map in post, or what?
Where is it? Depends. Oops, over there. If I use this...
Is it temporary background?
No, as the actual one.
I thought it needed to be dark.
Yeah, I can put it wherever I want on it. Oh, this is a different sky card. Okay. That's not the one I want. I'm using it for this one. This is the one I'm looking for. I just have to give room because I need to have... Well, actually, I probably need to put some other stuff further back, but I need to have room for the rocket. Oops.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
That's a good stand-in, but it probably needs to be bluer. Which actually I can probably do. I just don't know which one this is. I mean, it's about halfway through the numbers, so let's just try this one. Nope. Nope. It's number 10. Be angry. It's number 10. I started at 11.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need it to be bluer.
Oh, that looks good.
Nope, need it bluer.
Bluer. You'll love the blue. So much blue.
Now that actually looks like a night sky.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
That's how I feel sometimes. I feel like my nose is on on the top of my head, and my head is now a big empty black blob.
Gotta figure out those sinuses.
But if those were his eyes and that's his mouth.
Then he'd be a weird child.
Let's see here. I want to see what the sky looks like in these. It's purple. It's like a shifting purple. So then that means it should go a little bit more in that direction. But also is a little brighter, but I want to... That does blend better with her too.
Just to get my hands on this crown.
But it's going to be...
And it really should have...
If to have it shift and move, it's going to be a little bit interesting.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands
So
on
you
this
just have
crown.
the skybox move a little
And
bit.
it really should have been
One way or the other,
mine.
just make it look like it's moving.
Well, yeah, I could, but then it just looks like everything's moving.
You know, clouds.
I know, but the whole sky itself doesn't shift and move in the same direction.
It's all clouds.
Yeah, but clouds don't all move in one herd.
They do in a storm.
Yeah, they move, but they also shift and develop and change. So usually I'll put some kind of an overlay of a cloud on top of this. I'll have it shift and move in the background, then I'll have other clouds move differently from it. Otherwise, it looks like she's just like it doesn't look right. It looks like she's in a train car moving by. No, it doesn't work that way.
Stradivarius, man.
You can say what you want, but I'm the one like that's done this for a lot longer than you have.
I've seen clouds move.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown.
You're cloud expert over here.
I'll have to do the lighting for that too.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
But with how the lighting is on her, I feel like I need to have the main light brought around a little bit more here. I bring up the underlight a little bit. Let me move it further down.
You see my theory that I posted today?
No,
On Twitter?
I don't read Twitter when I'm busy doing things.
Read my Twitter. It's important.
Because I was busy at home, like vacuuming and cleaning and putting up pictures and helping my father, and you were busy at work tweeting.
I tweeted a very important tweet. I tweeted that Green Eggs and Ham is a horror story about one man trying to get another man to eat Yoshi and his unborn children. That's why it's all green. It's horrifying. I'm gonna drink some water.
I've had to jump through. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight.
It's purple.
Just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
It's
gonna be interesting with those crushing shadows.
Tonight.
So I might have to increase the ambient here. And then let's up this main. And just bring it around further.
Through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along. Jump through so many hoops tonight. I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
Yeah, that underlight can't be that right. I'm okay with it being like there, but
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight. Just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
okay, that's progress. I feel like I'm gonna have to
Jump through so many hoops tonight.
get the maps and stuff figured out for some of this stuff. Actually, I wonder if main would be better if I moved it up a little bit.
Her main?
The main light, kind of the one that I usually identify as the one that provides direction for the main source of light.
Just to get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along. Really
It makes this one a little tough to see.
should have been mine all along.
That's not too bad.
To jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my hands on this crown.
Okay, until I get some stuff finalized, it might be the best I'm gonna do.
And with my own little teenage army behind me, I am your princess now. But let's let Bob.
That's around here.
This crown.
Oh, there it is.
Really
I like the one thing about My Little Pony Life. Somebody posted, it's like, y'all watch Equestria Girls, you're gonna watch this.
Mm-hmm. And people ended up liking Equestria Girls, so.
Yeah, but the animation style was sincere. I think is the best way to describe it for Equestria
And it
Girls.
really should have been mine
It
all
was still
along.
in that ballpark of
Been mine, and it really should have been mine all along. And it really should have been mine all along.
So this is where I'm gonna put I'm gonna have the rocket coming in over here.
And it really should have been mine all along.
That's why she's where she is.
Yeah.
So it was, because it's to connect the shots.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if I just go from that to this, it's like, oh, what?
I kind of like the idea of it just coming out of nowhere and just smacking her.
But otherwise, all this, no, the whole idea is that it's going to be this big lead up with the, if it doesn't explode, it just goes like smacks. It's just like, huh?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
What
Something
exactly
rocket
do you
come out of
think
nowhere
you're
and just like whack.
going to do to stop me? I have magic, and you have.
no, the whole idea is at the end she says, "I have magic and you have," and then she gets hit. But I can have her when the rocket hits, instead of it, because right now it does a big crash sound, just go. No crash sound, just
fart noises.
I love fart noises.
Fart noises are pretty great. I make them all the time.
Okay.
It's true.
Date him!
Yes, date me, internet.
He loves
Just
fart
to get
noises.
my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along.
Yeah, I'll worry about the eyebrows on this later.
I think I've seen posts like this. Date me, internet.
I'll mark this yellow, but I still have to get the map
My
figured out.
desperation is growing.
Because this
is real.
this I need to get the map in before I can do. I loaded the other library, so it's probably gonna crash. But there it is.
We wrestled.
Ooh. That's not what I want to do. What am I doing? Come on. Why, that's funny. I just added a little like boop sound. It just goes boop.
I'm so happy.
I don't know why that's funny. Because then
Age from existence.
no, because then I do
I did jump through so many hoops just to get my jump through so many hoops tonight just to get my
How does that work?
hands
You
on
guys
this
in this
crown.
world.
Crown, and it really should have. Crown,
then I put the pop here and go.
crown, and it.
And it just goes boop and it pops back up there. I might not make it so loud, but
Crown, and it really should have been.
because she has a slight pause in the audio here,
Crown,
so then right at the end of it, just go
hands on this crown, and it really should.
because then you can hear it. I love pops for when things teleport. What was that? That's how Goku and Team 4 Star did it, wasn't it? You're just like, Well, should I have some kind of a light or a teleport or something?
No, it's funnier just like a Team 4-star style.
But then, if I do that, when they do that poof, that's when you have like,
Bonbon and Lyra just look at each other. And then they make out. What? I'm thinking what you're thinking.
You are amazingly desperate.
Maybe I just want to see two ponies kiss. Is that so wrong?
Yes.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, he was thinking that. I was just like following through.
Thanks for putting thoughts in my head.
Yeah. You're welcome. I mean, let's be honest. The Phantom had Lyra and Bonbon just sitting on a... The show just showed the two of them sitting on the bench, and thanks to the Phantom, they eventually ended up marrying each other.
Yeah.
That's how these things work. Those two are standing next to each other right now, so of course they're gonna make out.
That's not Bonbon.
No, but Lyra's standing next to her, and by Phantom logic...
So am I.
You're standing next to Lyra? Oh yeah, you gonna get in on it? is that what this is, what's happening here? This is gonna turn into a pony orgy video. No. Brave punch your head.
I've had to jump.
Just end the video right there. Just. That is over.
It's over, yay! I'm done. Release it tonight.
To get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine.
Well, she is. You know that.
I know, but with how your head's been today.
She's just cute. She can be just cute.
I know, but like, if you start like talking about makeout sessions or something.
I thought that's what you wanted.
And it really
I was just like, oh yeah, this is the part where they make out, because that's of course what Andrew would have happen with the ponies. I've seen your shipping videos.
Yeah, the ones that you've constantly asked me over and over again to start.
Well,
and then you also wanted, I think, this video to end with the rocket going through a living room so that people could look from behind a couch and be making out.
Trixie and Glim Glam.
Yeah.
That would have been so cute.
That's.
Make ponies kiss again. 2020.
You're the one that gives Brony a bad name.
You're the one who made them make out.
And you're the one that is now getting off on it.
No, I didn't say nothing about that. It's cute. Cuteness.
Wow. And it really should have been. And it really.
Pony cuddles are cute. Who can deny that pony cuddles are cute?
And it really should have.
No one, that's who.
And it really should have crown, and it really should have been mine all along. This crown, and it really.
Water block. You agree that ponies cuddling is cute, right? Just big old hugs, but kissing.
I feel like this scene needs to be a little longer.
Be honest now. Drag me into this. Fair enough. He doesn't want to get involved. He would confess too much. Garbage can, I got confused. You know what the worst part about the winter is?
Cold.
No. No thunderstorms.
No, you can have thunderstorms and snow.
I've never seen that.
And it can happen. It's super rare, but it can happen. It has to be a bunch of different conditions that are right. But there was a newscaster they showed on the out on the field one time, and they were talking about it because it was just the right conditions, and then lightning hit, and he freaked out because he was like, "That's so cool!" So, but yeah, it's super rare, but it can happen.
It's one of my favorite things. It's just a really hard rain with lightning and thunder. It's very relaxing.
I've had to jump through so many hoops tonight
get it during
just
the
to
winter.
get my hands on this crown, and it really should have been mine all along. What exactly do you think you're going to do?
Remember when niece was down in Kentucky one time when a really bad thunderstorm came in? She was actually impressed with how different it was. She likes storms.
What exactly do you? What exactly? What exactly do you think you're going? What exactly do you think you're? What exactly do you? What exactly?
Keep like that.
What exactly do you think you're going to do to stop me? I have magic. I have magic, and you have.
see if this works. So I want it to fade in.
I have magic, and you. I have magic, and you.
That actually works. So I took one with the low audio volume and then put another one with a higher one, but had the fade from 0 to max and last the whole thing. So.
I have magic, and you. I have magic, and you. What exactly you?
So far, my favorite part of this video is just this. It's just like a whatever. That sound I can't make it. Anyway, I'm surprised. What was that from? It just it happened to exist. Meet the Medic Pop. Okay. Anyway, so I'm out of time now. So
I'm gonna eat some food.
Yeah, you should do that.
You should do that.
Not really hungry.
I want to finish off the pork chops. I've had the tacos.
Sure, whatever. I'll deal with it in a minute. Anyway, so I should be. I don't think I have anything going next week. No. So I should be streaming Tuesday. No issue. Whatever. Yes, you're welcome for Strum and have a kitty.
Meow meow.
It's backwards kitty.
She's backwards still.
I forgot there was backwards kitty. Alright.
Meow.
See you later. Bye bye. Have a good weekend. Well, I gotta find a new kitty. Like, there's lots of kitties out there. What? No, I can't change that kitty. Look at his big cool face. No, he's so cute.
You were taken by the kitty.
Mm-hmm.